All right, we have an early morning weather alert in effect for not only some snow showers tomorrow morning. The real issue and the real reason why it was issued is for potential icing in the afternoon, especially the Enfield to Hartford area along the I-91 stretch. That's going to be an area where we could see sustained freezing rain and actually some ice accumulations on some flat surfaces, as well as some of the vegetation. We're actually rooting for some more rain showers. That's definitely possible. We will see a transition to the mid-30s and some rain showers after we get through some of that brief freezing rain in the afternoon. And we can start to see those first snow showers across New Jersey pushing their way up, and sure enough, they'll be here past midnight into tomorrow morning. And unless you're waking up super late tomorrow, you're probably going to see some of these snow showers, and you're probably driving in them for tomorrow morning as well. The only areas where the winter weather advisory is in place are the areas where we may see some freezing rain accumulation. So, you know, an inch of snow, no big deal, right? But when we have the inch of snow plus some freezing rain on top of it, then that's a bit of an issue. So anywhere from a coating up to 1 inch for most of Connecticut, probably everyone except for New London is going to be cold enough to actually see a coating, actually see things stick on the ground. And it's so cold outside, right, that the snowflakes are going to have no issue just sticking on impact for the roads and even treated surfaces initially. But just a little bit of traffic and plus some of the salt on the road, that's not going to be a big deal. But in the afternoon, that's when we'll see some of that icing, which will be a problem. So we could see some spots of ice. And the good news for this is that it's not going to last all day long like that nonsense that we had to deal with on Friday. There's going to be a rather brief window for that freezing rain. It's going to be the early afternoon for us. So by 8 o'clock, we're expecting snow across most of Connecticut. And then once we get to around noon, that is when we could see temperatures get just a little bit warmer. We see some of that wintry mix for the Litchfield Hills, across the I-84 section near Waterbury, and then for the lower elevations from Hartford to Enfield, I do expect there to be some freezing rain accumulations. Across the Northeast Hills, possibly some mixed precipitation over there, and we love to see those greens. So we'll see more of those greens spreading across the state as we get into the late afternoon, and that'll fix up the roads for probably the late afternoon and the commute as well. Into Tuesday morning, there may be some spots of some freezing rain out there, and that's actually when the winter weather advisory comes to an end, but that is going to be on the super light side. You never want to mess around with freezing rain, but overall this is not going to be quite as bad as the set that we had to deal with on Friday. A look at some cloud iridescence that Andrew sent us in, and also a contrail on there. So sometimes we get that when the clouds are super thin and the sun hits it just right. Really pretty kind of rainbow cloud feature over there today. Super cold outside, but plenty of sun like that. And it's cold outside right now. 34 degrees in Groton, 24 in Hartford, 20 in Windsor Locks. And we'll be looking at actually a bit more mild of a day tomorrow. So the freezing rain isn't so good, but we will see temperatures in the mid-30s as opposed to the upper 20s that we were stuck with today. It's calm outside right now. It's going to be rather calm through this weak system that's coming on through. We'll get a little bit of a breeze on Tuesday, but otherwise some more calm winds for tomorrow. 22 degrees at the moment in Waterbury, and everything that we see on there will eventually get covered in snow for tomorrow. Just a little bit, just a coating, just an inch out there. So really no big deal driving in the morning for tomorrow until we start to see that shift over to a wintry mix. 27 degrees right now in New Haven to go with those calm winds. A look down the next 72 hours. We've got some warmer weather, just a little bit. Baby steps here. Tuesday, 40 degrees. And once we get to Wednesday, 39 degrees. Our lows are going to dip well below freezing for tonight. Teens up in the Northwest Hills. And we do get above freezing, except for the Litchfield Hills, where we actually may see 1.5 inches, 2 inches in some spots. And you guys are, and that's actually a good thing for you. You're too cold for any of the freezing rain. So that does work out quite well for the hills. Look at our 7-day forecast. We're going to have relatively milder weather for the next, for the work week in particular. 40 on Tuesday and 40 degrees once it gets to upcoming Friday. And while it's not going to be a big heat wave, nothing like that, no big storm systems. So that's great. No big snow, nothing like that. A little bit of rain on Thursday. And it looks like a quiet, cold following weekend ahead for us.
40s look nice, and they do seem like a heat wave compared to the sub-zero temperatures. Thank you, Connor.